What's up people, it's your boy Profection back again for another video, and this video is tackling that subject. I did say in my addictions, in fact it was the NoFap video, I believe I was talking about that when you start to have your withdrawal symptoms on the NoFap, that you will start to crave things, you will start to, the term that used from the internet is flatline. Okay, and how I've heard it on the internet, how they describe it is that basically after a certain period of time of you abstaining from porn, you're going to kind of feel really lethargic, you're going to feel irritable, you're going to feel tired, you don't want to do anything, you'll feel lazy. And what I was describing, if you guys remember, is that you need to have something that's going to keep your mind stimulated, basically, something to take the focus off of that kind of withdrawal symptom, or flatline as they used to describe it. And I did mention computer games, and I was saying that some people may say, oh, you're a bum or this for playing computer games. Whether you are working or not working, it doesn't really make a difference. And I said I had to do a video on what is a bum, and that's what this video is about. You know, what is a bum, basically. Because I think that too many people use that term to shame people, and they don't really understand what it means. You know, in fact, that I've come across people that I would regard as a bum that actually use the term. They don't realize that they're a bum. You know, and I've always said to people that be careful when you judge, that when you're walking around judging sometimes, it's only that people aren't as harsh as you are, or they're not as cold as you, why they haven't kind of, you know, laid it on you. You know, there was a scene in Big Brother, there was a horrible woman called Katie something, going back about 8 years ago in Big Brother, and she went around the house being really rude and you know, just abusive towards people. And she met another woman called Nadia, and Nadia turned around and said to her, listen Katie, you're making it, you know, you somehow assume that you're the only one that can be nasty. We can all be nasty, we just don't choose to be that way. It's, you know, it's not hard to be that way, it's actually very easy. But what would the world be if we all went around just being, you know, nasty to each other? So, you know, in Katie's mind, she was being honest, and she was saying what needs to be said, and no one else had the balls to say it. But in Nadia's mind, it was like, you're just being rude and you're just being very negative. And if we all went around and doing that, it'd be a really horrible place. You know, so what is a bum? You know, what is it? Because I just described that, you know, I've met some people that have said to me, you're a bum and this and that, and I didn't realize that they were bums. You know, so what is my definition of a bum? And that's what this video is about. Okay, so in simple terms, a bum really is just someone that is just a complete minus. They're just, you'll know, because when they're around you, they'll be like leeches or vampires. They'll literally drain you of energy. You know, they're just, a bum in my eyes is just simply someone that is negative, really. There's no, and don't get me wrong, we're all, you know, all of us go through our little spouts of depression, we all have a bad day and this and that. But a bum is someone that just takes. They don't give. They simply take. Now, because we're living in this Hollywood kind of sellout world, yeah, where people, to be honest with you, a large majority of those people are bums. Because if you go to what I've just described, they're strictly taking, they're not really giving. They haven't given anything. They don't wake up in the morning and think, who can I make happy, who can I help, how can I give back? Their objective is, how can I take more? That's a bum. You know, but we're living in this kind of Hollywood society where people are becoming sellouts. Unfortunately, we're raising our daughters to have that kind of sellout bum mentality as well. So, you know, I will mention more of this in the MGTOW video that I hope to do, where you know, there are a lot of women. I don't want to be harsh about it because I know I have women viewers, and you know I love you all, everything else. But I've come across a lot of women that believe that, you know, the world owes them something because they have female parts, and they don't have to give anything. The only thing they have to give really is maybe time and attention, you know. And some women, providing how much you're willing to pay, will give you a little bit more. And to me, that's a bum mentality, you know, because you're worth a lot more than that. You know, you've got to have values, you've got to have morals, you know, integrity, you know, all of those kind of things. You need to have all of those kind of things. You can't just assume that because you're born a female that, you know, the world owes you something, and then you're going to go around and belittle other men that are trying to do something with their lives, and they generally do like you. They're going out their way to, but because of that one thing that rules the world, money, you're kind of, you know. So I'm not here to degrade women or anything like that. I'm just telling you my opinion on things. So an example of a bum would be someone, for example, there's certain people out there that are millionaires. They've got their millions from doing people over. You know, some of them have factories in China, in Africa. They're paying these people pennies. Some of these people are dying on their factories, you know, yet they're millionaires. Yet if they walked into a club with an honest guy that works, he maybe works at McDonald's, maybe he works as a cleaner, women will turn around and call the cleaner guy a bum. But yet the guy that sold his soul to the devil and literally stabbed everyone in the back, you know, what's that saying? You know, throwing everyone off the ladder as he's climbing to the top, you know. Women will somehow see him as the epitome of a man, as the epitome of success, you know. But what they don't realize is you're encouraging guys to then become like that, you know. There was a certain singer out there, I won't mention her name, a rapper, female rapper, and in one of her songs she says, you know, I like the kind of brother that sells, the kind of guy that sells crack, you know. A perfect example of a bum really is someone that kind of does that, that's flooding their community with drugs, you know. And I'm not going to judge everyone. I know there's some people out there in neighborhoods where there's just no way of getting by. There's no way, you know. Like I said in my what video I did, what's the previous video I just done, in the slanderer video, that when you're broken, desperate men basically do desperate things, and if there's no way out, yeah, if your only way out is that way through the front door, then through the front door is when you're going to go. There isn't, where else am I going to go? There's only one option, there's only one door here, so I can only go through that door. So I understand some guys that are out there that are doing that, you know, flooding their community with drugs and this and that, but it's still a bum mentality. It's still being a sellout, really, and unless somehow you're taking it away from one side of the community and kind of giving it back to the other half, then we can say fair enough. But if you're kind of ruining people's dreams, their aspiration, their hopes, in order to kind of make you someone special, then that's a bum, basically. And if you're doing that to impress women that are sellouts, really, then it's a sleazy world we're living in. But that's my interpretation of a bum, if you kind of understand where I'm coming from, you know. I remember one person where they were earning, I knew one person that he was earning a certain amount of money, a good certain amount of money, and that money that you can easily live on, you know, successfully live on. And I remember one time going out with this person, and I remember them bending down. They saw a homeless person in the street, really cold time, and they bent down and they stole money from the homeless person that was sleeping in the subway, you know. And their excuse was, you know, they're secretly millionaires. So this homeless guy sleeping in rags on the floor, was a secret millionaire, really, sleeping in the cold, was a secret millionaire, and that's why he stole from that particular person, you know. And I guarantee you again that women would kind of praise someone like that, you know, because this is what I try to say to people. It's not what we say, man. Come on, it's not what we say, it's what we do. It's never what we say, you know. I'm not the type of guy to walk into a room and pretend to be this and pretend to be that. I am who I am. I'm real. I'm 100% real. This is me, you know. There's nothing fake about it, you know. So there's people out there that are cowboy builders, rogue traders, especially in the UK. They're going around to elderly people supposed to be doing jobs on their houses, you know. They're taking large sums of money from these people, promising that they start a repair, they start a job in the garden, maybe on the house, and then they abandon it, you know. And it's elderly people that they're doing this to. They have no morals, no self-respect. But yet these guys have their own houses, millionaire houses. They're dressed in the latest garments and everything else. But yet no one's going to call these guys a bum. When they pull up outside your house in you know, the latest BMW. So what I'm trying to say to people is, you know, this is my interpretation of a bum. A bum is someone that's just drained on society, basically, strictly for themselves. They take, they don't give. What I'm saying to women is, if any woman is out there, it's never what we say, it's always what we do. It's not just find that, you know, it's not just down to, I know there's certain men that are good talkers, you know, what's the word that they use from F-boys? Yeah, there's certain guys that F-boys, all they do is they talk, they walk around, they use one person, they move to another person, they move to another person. In a sense, these guys probably are bums, if you want me to be honest with you. Straight up, this isn't an attack on women, this is me being honest, they are bums. But, you know, push those guys aside, basically, there's more than one way of a guy supporting you. It doesn't always have to be financial, because anything can happen. He could lose his job, you know, especially when you're going down the right path of life, you'll find things just get harder. You know, they always do. When you're living a good life, things generally will get harder. So it's not all down to money. You know, that's a kind of sellout mentality, bum mentality, really. There's many ways someone can help you. You know, spiritually, uplift you spiritually. Help you socially, you know, help you, you know, around your friends and introduce you to friends. They can help you spiritually, socially, physically, you know, they can, you know, whether it be carrying things, whether it be carrying you, whether it be, you know, I don't know, many things physically, you know. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. You understand where I'm coming from, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You know, there's more financially. What I'm trying to say to you is financially is just one aspect of it. But you can't turn around and call a guy a bum because financially he's not, you know, he's not supporting you. I think that every guy, really, a real man, should be striving for success, you know, which again will bring me unfortunately to the MGTOW video. Again, that involves success and the route that you have to go down in order to achieve that. But every man should be striving for success. It's your job as a woman, really, to help and support that man. You know, I think of Michelle Obama. Behind every good man is a strong woman or a good woman. You know, you're working together. You know, but it's not a case where you expect the man to do everything, and yet you're not really helping to support that man. You know, I think certain men do bring it on themselves. They go for women with that kind of mentality, and if you want me to be honest with you, they deserve everything they get. If you're going to be that vain in life, then you deserve to go down that route. You really do. But what I'm trying to say, this is my view of a bum anyway, so it's just basically someone that takes, and you'll feel it when you're in the presence of them. You'll feel it. You know, they might be earning a lot of money, and you're earning less money than them, and you go out for a drink and they don't want to buy a drink, but yet they're dressed better than you. Yes, they got yet they got the latest car, the latest this, the latest phone. You know, that these people are bums. That's my version of a bum anyway. So if anyone's out there and they're struggling and they're doing the right thing and life just isn't giving back to them, what I'm here to tell you is don't worry about it. Keep doing your thing. You're not a bum. You'll get there. And you know, the world is heading in one direction. Just be aware of that, because sometimes the power of the masses, just all this negativity shining down on you, can be enough to just, you know, send you down the opposite path. Anyway, this is Luke. Thanks for watching. Women, don't take it personal. Listen to what I'm saying, and you'll see some sort of sense in it. Basically, it's nothing personal, not a personal attack. Everyone stay strong. I love you all, and I'll see you out for another video. Peace.